Okay, so I'm getting questions about, or from people as they're thinking about adding in dry land in place of swimming, how often they should do the sessions and how long the sessions should be. It's not just a question that you give a blanket answer to. It really depends on the person and a lot of things about it. So instead of me just giving an answer, I want you to think about what you're trying to do with these sessions. You're trying to challenge the muscles enough and put enough stress on the muscles to stimulate adaptation. That's why we train. With anything that we're doing, you have to stress the body in order for it to grow. Now, what we're not trying to do is to hurt ourselves. And so, a guideline for that is how you feel during the activity and then how you feel after the fact, both, an hour after the fact and 24 hours after the fact. We all know what muscle soreness feels like. There is a difference between muscle soreness versus muscle pain, joint pain, and nerve pain. Muscle strains, joint pain, nerve pain are not things that are fine. Muscle soreness, fine. You also want to think about the amount of work that you're doing in those sessions, you should be able to recover from in a day or two in order to repeat those. So if you wanted to consistently do some of this dry land work, I would recommend, every other day or every 2 days. They don't need to be long and crazy sessions. I would recommend picking a handful of the exercises that we're going to talk about and doing those consistently. One, because you're going to learn how to do them right. And two, and perhaps most importantly, is that you can track your progression. So if you start out with something where you're doing 2 times 5 of an exercise, then, a logical progression would be 2 times 6 or, 3 times however many. You just are going to progress it little by little. So make it easy to track. You can make any of these exercises harder or easier. And just like with swimming, biking, and running, the way that you make things harder, you can add reps. You can decrease the amount of rest between reps. You can add weight. So there are definitely different ways to make all of this stuff harder or easier without getting overly complicated, and with being able to track it quite easily.